What up, y'all? Appreciate you showing up, hanging out, listening to my dumb ass, like and subscribe. So, the Developer Direct is coming up in less than a week, less than a week. Next Thursday, I believe this is the date. The 18th. Yeah. It seems like Xbox is, instead of talking about PlayStation, let's talk about some positive Xbox news, because there's a lot of it. I mean, it's starting off, we're in January and it's already popping off, which is good. And also, there's just a whole bunch of stuff that they have a lot of studios. It's gonna be a lot of games, and that's what you have to look forward to. So, I mean, the standout thing in that whole 4 game, I think it was 4 games. I'm missing one in my brain. There's one I'm like, what's the 4th game? But Indiana Jones is the one that stood out for me. I was like, yo, Indiana Jones, they're gonna show some stuff? I was like, oh, let's go. I'm very curious. I played Indiana Jones in the Emperor's Tomb for the original Xbox. It was like a Tomb Raider game, but I mean, probably similar. The controls are better, let's just say that. Was it better? I don't know. It was weird. I never finished it, and it's an original Xbox game, so there are some things you have to remember about that generation as far as a game like that. But like now, this gen, I don't know what to expect, because of course the technology is way ahead from what that was 4 gens ago. 4 gens? 3 gens ago? 3 gens. 3 gens ago. And it was, well, whatever it was. I guess the main thing is they're gonna figure out who's gonna be the voice of Indiana Jones, because the game's supposed to take place between Temple of Doom and The Last Crusade, which is 1937, maybe? I'm trying to remember. Last Crusade was in 38, right? I think The Last Crusade was in 38. The first Indiana Jones was 36, Raiders of the Lost, and then Temple of Doom was a prequel. That was 35, I believe. So I think Last Crusade was 38, I believe. Because I think they were just trying to add the years as far as how between the actual movies to the date of the timeline. Anyway, I'm interested. I want to see what Machine Games make good games. So let's not like pretend that it's gonna be whack or nothing. But I'm just like, for them to make, I don't know if it's gonna be third person. No, they didn't say if it was or not. But those are the questions. And also, we'll have to see, because the proof is in the pudding as far as a studio who's used to making a certain game going to not necessarily a different genre, because this is literally the game that they've been making minus the character Indiana Jones. It's all been Nazi stuff. It's all been, Robo-Nazi. That's what they've been making. They're kind of experts in the Nazi killing games. So in that respect, let's go. This is almost like a Wolfenstein game, except it's Indiana Wolfenstein. So I don't know. But that's where I'm feeling comfortable and confident in their abilities to do what they need to do. But yeah, we'll see. So we got that game. We have some more Hellblade stuff, and I'm like, all right, Hellblade. I'm not too sure what else they can show, but like the behind the scenes stuff is always interesting, like how they use the technology, what technology they're using to do this and that and the third. If y'all pay attention, look at Hellblade 1, right? That looked gorgeous and stuff. Look at that game, and then look at what the new footage was. The new game looks so much better that I saw the old game. I was like, oh. It's like my reality got reset and like, oh, that's not as pretty as I thought it was. And you see it, it's like, oh yeah, that's a video game. You can see it. But in this new one, I'm like, it's kind of hard to see that it definitely looks like really good CG. Sometimes it looks real. But yeah, it's crazy. So that's going to be interesting. Like I said, I'm more interested in the behind the scenes stuff, and actually where, I don't know if they're going to say anything about where they're going to take the story, because the first story was very, I'm going to say confusing, because it was dealing with mental health and kind of delusions and all these things. And so it was if you weren't paying attention, it was a little bit thick, a little bit difficult. Hopefully they can be a little more clear. I mean, I know they did that in order to illustrate what it is to kind of experience mental illness. So that's where I'm like, okay, I get it. But there has to be kind of a happy medium where it's digestible to people who don't have it. And so that it's easier to understand. But I think maybe, I don't know. Anyway, they're the experts, so I think they did as good a job as any with the first game, because it's a hard topic to kind of delve into. And then the Ara something. I don't remember what it's a strategy game. I was like, whatever. I don't know what that one is. And then the fourth game, I can't remember. It is escaping my brain. You can hit it in the comments below. Let me know what the fourth game was. Like, if it was really important, then I would be like, oh my gosh, it's that game. Why am I forgetting the game? Hold on, let me check it. It's Avowed. I found out, I looked it up. It's Avowed. That's the other game that just escaped my brain because I'm a dummy. How do I feel about Avowed? I think that Avowed is... You know what? I have faith in Obsidian because they have not made a bad game. If you think about it, like you look at all the games that they made, they've all been good to great to yes, let's go. And I expect that to continue. The Outer Worlds was great. Even what was that one they made for Sega? Shoot. Something Protocol? No, not Protocol. Something, I can't remember what it's called. But I was like, psh, that's what's up. And you know, Fallout New Vegas was janky as hell when they first came out, but still everybody's praising it. I never played it, so. Knights of the Old Republic 2, dope. I started playing it and I was like, I don't wanna. I was like, I can't do this. But yeah, I have faith in them. Even like, you know, even Grounded, even though that's like just a Splinter team or whatever, still good. They haven't made a bad game. You know, Obsidian was one of their purchases, one of their stealth purchases that like has paid off. They are adding to the portfolio, quality games to the portfolio, and they're diverse, and that's the thing about that. So Avowed, like I remember when I first saw the trailer, and I was like, and I looked at it again, like in 4K and stuff, and I'm like, yo, it looks really good. I think the only one stage that didn't look good was that colorful one with the colorful plants and stuff, and I was like, that looks a little weird. And the dude looks a little weird because he looks like Assassin's Creed dude with magic, but not with magic. And I was like, And I know our expectations are supposed to be, this is Obsidian's Oblivion, basically, or Elder Scrolls. But I think it'll be a little bit different. Well, obviously. But I definitely have faith in, and especially like when I think about Outer Worlds and how like their face game, their animation face game, and how they shoot and how they do the conversation is still better than, I would say, Starfield. Slightly better. And I'm not saying it's super bad and ugly in Starfield, at least the people aren't ugly in Starfield, but it still has that same kind of camera. And I wish they would have kind of done more cinematic type of things, similar to Mass Effect 1 and 2, well, mainly 2, I guess, where they, you know, they'll switch the angle a little bit, you know, where so the character's talking off screen to the other character, but the angle's like, instead of talking directly to the camera. That would be kind of cool. I think they need to work on that. That's the one thing, because like I said, the facial animation and all that stuff is cool. For it not being like bespoke performance capture. It looks good, but it's the camera angle, and maybe the camera angle hides some of the stuff that may make it look a little more uncanny valley, but who knows. But Avowed, I'm interested. I'm more interested. Like, I don't know the world of Pillars of Eternity like that. I played it, I think, a little bit, and I was like, I don't want to play this either. But I am interested in learning about it through Avowed. And I want to see how the powers work. And I know there's a whole bunch of games with magical, colorful magic power things, but you know, we'll see. I'm interested in seeing what's that going to be. But yeah, let me know in the comments below what you think about what's going to be, what the games are how that's all going to turn out on the developer direct. Let me know if there's going to be a shadow drop. I don't think they will be, or if they will be, the excuse me, the rumor. Apologies. The rumor is that it will be kiln. I don't know why so many people have a problem saying kiln. It's a freaking oven that you bake the pots in. It's people are like, how do you say this word? Killy. I'm like, dude. I mean, I'm an idiot. I have some level of reading comprehension. It's not that good. Trust me. If I read more books, I would be better. But I mean, come on. Some of y'all barely speak, barely spoke. And I'm not anyway. Sorry. But yeah, let me know if you think kiln's gonna be a shadow drop thing. I'll be interested because I think I saw some screenshots and stuff about that like a while ago, and I was like, yo, that's kind of interesting how they have like took pictures of sets of like they like built the little miniature sets and then they photogrammetrized the sets, and so it's like it's real sets I was like, you know what, that's okay, let's go. So I don't know, it's interesting. I mean, I got faith in Tim Schafer. Everything he does is great as well. So Xbox got a team of great creators that have not missed. The only bad game that Tim Schafer made was Brutal Legend, but I don't think it was bad. It was a little different, but it was still a Tim Schafer joint, and it was pretty dope. But anyway, rambles. Appreciate you coming out, showing them, like and subscribe, and yeah, let me know in the comments below what you think about the whole developer direct. What do you think they're gonna show? Or what do you think of the shadow drop? And what do you think there may be some surprises? Maybe, who knows? And what do you think that may be? And yeah, I'll catch y'all on the next one. Appreciate the wait.